Thanks for joining me for today's edition of First Pages. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be reading a paranormal romance by M.K. Harkins called The Reader. Ready? I am dead. My eyes cracked open for a moment before I squeezed them shut again. The blazing sunlight ratcheted up my headache from dull to code red. Maybe not dead, not quite yet. I lay on my stomach with my cheek pressed against the sand on a dark, gritty shore. Waves lapped at my feet, making my one remaining tennis shoe feel tight and cold. I couldn't feel my other foot. I tried to spit some sand out of my mouth, but failed. The granules remained stuck to my tongue. Weakness won. No, not dead. I just wished I was. Look, Maddie, said a young voice, maybe 9 or 10 years old. A dead body. That would be me. Except I wasn't quite there yet. Cool. I've never seen one before. Should we kick it? That would not be helpful. I braced myself, waiting for the inevitable pain that would soon follow. I groaned and tried to turn on my side. It's a zombie! Run! Sand sprayed in my face as the kids scrambled away. At least now it was quiet. The only sound was the gentle lapping of the water on the shore. My head ached, my body was wet and freezing, and something warm oozed from my right shoulder. Not good. What happened? I searched, trying to remove the internal block, but came up empty. Almost as if an eraser had wiped all the words from a chalkboard, my mind a blur of colored dust. I don't remember. Not one thing. A wrenching pain clamped around my chest with an aching darkness so intense I could barely breathe. Tears stung and my heart slowed. Everything stilled. I focused on calming myself, working through the devastating emotional response brought with that one question. What happened? We've done our bit. Just toss her on the shore. An old man rasped out the words like crackled paper. A recent memory, I was sure. She could die if we leave her. She's lost a lot of blood, a younger male voice had said. It doesn't matter. We were paid to deliver her here. It's only a couple of feet deep. Now give her a shove and let's get going, said the old man. Sorry, the younger man had whispered in my ear. That was the last thing I remembered before hearing the delinquent children contemplating my zombie demise. Blankness stretched before me, a darkness I couldn't penetrate. With another groan, I lifted myself up into a sitting position and scanned the beach and surrounding area. I might not know who those men were or why I was dumped here, but I wasn't going to wait around to find out. A copse of trees and bushes was close, maybe 30 yards away, a suitable place to conceal myself and form a plan. I took a quick inventory. Torn shirt, jeans with a hole in the left leg, and a missing shoe. Blood seeped from my upper arm. I moved back a little of the fabric, and a small round hole was the cause. The opening appeared jagged. A bullet hole? It was throbbing, but no pain. Yet. Sweat formed above my brow. I leaned over to rest my head onto my bent knees. I think it's her, a deep male voice said from about 2 feet away. Great. I hadn't moved fast enough. My window to hide? Gone. It looks like she might be hurt. Should we call for help? Another male voice asked. No calls. Either the Jacks or the police will find her. I rubbed my temples. The police? Let's get her back to the compound and have Doc take a look at her, the first male voice commanded, sounding irritated. Compound. That didn't sound good. Time to take a look. I raised my head and squinted against the bright sunshine. 2 men, around my age, stood looking down at me with hands on hips and furrowed brows. Who are you? I asked in a whisper. Friends, the blonde one answered. I blinked a few times, trying to clear my vision. The sun glowed around his sweet and innocent face, the effect halo-like. Maybe I died after all. He sat next to me and touched my hand. Nope, he was real. Inquisitive green eyes and a warm smile lined his face. I should be freaked out, but a sense of comfort replaced my anxiety. Do I know you? I asked. Not yet, answered the angelic one. Oh. I waited for the fear to return, but calmness remained. We have to get going, the other man said, ignoring my question. I glanced in his direction. Every bit as handsome, but he was dark everywhere his friend was light. Dark hair, dark eyes, and a dark expression. He didn't look friendly. At all. A shiver traveled down my spine. 2 men. One can be trusted, the other not. Was this a memory, or was I jumping to conclusions? The blond man said in a soothing voice, We're going to help you, but we need to move you right away. No, I'm not going with you. I don't know you. I have to go. Quick, I needed an excuse. Clearing my throat, I added, I have to go to my Aunt Em's. She's expecting me. Good one. Yeah, the tornado that brings you to Oz is a bitch. A good-humored grin spread across the blonde's face. Apparently, I needed some practice lying. Still not going. I put my head back onto my knees. The dark-haired man with his black, accusing eyes squatted down next to me. If we wanted to do you harm, don't you think we would have done so by now? This beach is deserted. We could have just given you a little push back into the water and waited. If I had the energy to roll my eyes, I would. Is that supposed to make me feel better? The blonde one gave the other a punch in the arm. You're going to scare her. He turned back to me. That's Devon, my cousin. You don't have to worry about him. He's always a little intense. I nodded. Okay. Oh, and my name is Archer. I'm the nice one. Devon narrowed his eyes and shot Archer a menacing glare. Can you stop with the chit-chat? This isn't the time or place. She's in danger. We need to get her out of here. He reached down to help me up, but stopped when he noticed my arm. She's been shot. Archer, grab my backpack and the blanket from the back seat. We need to keep her warm and start first aid. Archer turned and jogged to the same crop of trees where I had planned to escape. My strategy had been doomed from the start. Devon looked back at me. His dark-lashed, smoky eyes pierced mine as if he was waiting for something. What? I asked. I can't hear you. I didn't say anything. He continued to stare. What was with this guy? Archer returned, plunking down Devon's backpack and placed the blanket over my legs. The chill lessened a bit. He unzipped the main compartment and pulled a first aid kit and a bottle of water. My tongue swiped against my dry lips, and I almost lunged for it. Archer squatted next to me. Do you need help? No, I'm okay. Here, he handed it to me. It'll help your headache. You've been wincing and rubbing your temples, Archer said. Explosions rang through the quiet beach. The backpack split and pieces of fabric scattered in every direction. Gunshots! Go, go, go! Devon yelled. No way. What? I gasped and covered my ears. No time, Archer said as he slipped a hand under my legs and back and picked me up. He carried me, making a dash for the tree line. I looked over my shoulder and saw Devon duck as he grabbed the backpack, following close behind. Ouch, ouch, ouch! The numbness left, replaced by a staggering pain in my shoulder. If the bullets didn't kill me, the rubbing and bouncing against Archer's chest with my injured arm would. Sorry, Archer whispered. What's happening? I could barely get the words out with Archer jostling me over the uneven terrain. We'll get you to safety in a minute, Archer answered. After a chipping sound and a click, he opened the door, dropped me in the back seat, and hopped in next to me. Get in now, Archer yelled at Devon. Devon jumped behind the wheel. Hang on. He started the Jeep and tore out of the trees and onto a main highway. We'll drive to the far side of the island, get her fixed up, and catch the next ferry. What about the Jacks? They'll be waiting for us at the dock. Archer's eyebrows drew together. They won't try anything in a public place. We'll lose them in Seattle, Devon answered, and the Jeep lurched forward. Okay, we'll do our usual. Archer turned to look out the back window. With my heart about to beat out of my chest, I asked, Were those gunshots meant for me? Who are these Jacks you keep talking about? Shouldn't we be calling the police? The men shot each other a glance through the rearview mirror. Archer asked, How much do you remember? Don't try to remember yet. Ugh, where did that annoying inner voice come from? I must be crazy because that voice didn't belong to me. Nothing. I remember nothing. Very exciting start to The Reader by M.K. Harkins. If you would like to find out more about Devon and Archer and who this mysterious woman is, and what is the compound, who are the Jacks, who's shooting at her, all of these questions are answered. Just click on the buy links in the description. If you like the channel, please subscribe so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. As always, thank you so much for supporting authors, for reading our books, for sharing them with your friends. And as always, happy reading.